What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So here we go again, another should you pull video. I was intending to upload a few more videos and maybe do a bit more streaming, but my work has been getting in the way and a lot of real life stuff going on. So I couldn't really do that. And you might be able to tell I haven't really recorded anything, so I'm getting a bit not as good at it as I was before, but today I will surely try to deliver my information, the information that you might want to know, to determine should you pull this banner. So, right after W banner, we're getting this new operator, Thorns, with Obsidian Fest rerun, right? And you guys might think, it's a dark-skinned dude, why would we want him? We're here for the waifus, but obviously this channel isn't made for, should you pull because waifu or not. This channel is more about should you pull for your future, for the future content, and for how easy this operator will make the future content. And so the short answer for this question today is yes, you should definitely pull this banner. So usually I might talk about all three of the operators, especially for this banner. I think it's kind of worth it, but sadly I'm really out of time this time around, so instead I might just cut off Andriana and Jay and just slightly dust over them and focus only on Thorns this time around. So this video should be a little bit shorter. So let's get into our old trend ace ships and see why Thorns is worth your hard-earned money or your hard-served or random. So Thorn is our new 6-star ranged guard. He has the range of Silver Ash pretty much. Yes, Silver Ash range. So as usual, they can perform range attack. However, attack will be reduced to 80% when dealing range attacks. His first talent is that his attacks poisons the target, dealing 125 arch damage per second over 3 seconds. And obviously I'm talking like you don't have high potential. If you get high potential, you get 140, but I assume not. Second talent is that when he reaches E2 and he hasn't been actively attacked for 2 seconds, he will recover 3.5% of his max HP per second, which makes him really good to stay on the field for a long period of time, especially dealing with areas that might not get a lot of enemy at the same like continuously, but comes in like waves kind of situation. So I'll have a little bit of showcase of Thorns soon, and I hope you guys can take a look at that and decide for yourself why this talent is so strong. So his skill 1 is quite generic, attacks plus 100 for 30 seconds. I mean, before E2 this skill might be fine, but once you reach E2 I probably wouldn't touch this skill. Skill 2 is that Thorn stops attacking enemies. He gets increased attack, increased defense, and when attacked by enemy normal attacks, he will release this AoE spike, and it will hit 4 enemies only, but pretty much AoE, like spike, energy shield kind of thing, and attacks 4 targets. This skill is fine. I've seen it work out in some situations, but to be honest, not the most important skill as well. So, I want to talk about skill 3, obviously. So, as I talk about skill 3, maybe you can watch my run of my Chinese account with Thorns playing 718 Patriot run. So, with skill 3, unlike skill 1 and skill 2, this skill only charges its SP when Thorns attacks its enemy. It's got a duration of 30 seconds and SP cost of 15. So 15 attacks to activate it. So he gets increased attack range, which is similar to like Blue Poison Xia's attack range, sniper attack range. And increased attack speed, and range attacks no longer reduces attacks. So as I said, this skill lasts 30 seconds, right? But on the second cast of this skill, the stats gained is doubled and the durations become infinite. So this skill is only showing its full potential the second cast. So as you can see on my playthrough of 718, ignore the right side, okay? Ignore Patriot. We're not focusing on Patriot this time around. The character dealing with Patriot is Surtur, and she's kind of like the later OP operator, but we'll let's not focus on her today, and let's focus on Thorns. So as you can see, Thorns is more of like staying on the field, and because of his range, he will usually stay behind defenders and such, which usually makes him pretty safe. So his talent 2 isn't as commonly used. His talent 1 though makes him really useful, since just like blue poison, right? Sometimes some enemies has defense main. He can deal arch damage, even though multiple attacks on the same enemy doesn't stack, like doesn't go from 125 damage per second to 250 to 375. It doesn't work that way. It only replenishes the duration of the poison, but it's still pretty effective because it is free damage, right? And even let's say the enemy has high resistance, well, he is a physical based operator, so his normal attack with his skill 3 buffed is very strong. As you can see, he is pretty much soloing the left side of this map right now. And yes, I have to use some mines because my operators are not the highest potential. So if you have like higher potentials on this stage, potentially you can clear the stage without using mines with only these 2 operators. But as you can see, Thorns is dealing a huge amount of attack, and this is what makes him really, really good. And that's the end of the run. Easy peasy. So, Thorns, 60% attack, 25 attack speed. Don't forget, second cast makes it plus 120% attack and plus 50 attack speed. So if you do the calculation, that will make his attack interval pretty much like 6 to 7 seconds, 7 seconds ish, 6.5 seconds. And with plus 120% attack, his base attack power would be, about 1.5k with 0.65 second attack interval. You see how strong he is now, right? And plus the extra arch damage that he can deal over time, which makes him really suitable to just stay on the field and pretty much destroys one entire lane. Like nothing can kill him. He is so OP that he is in pretty much my permanent team in my Chinese account as of right now, where I pretty much just use one team and I can clear most of the content. As you can tell how stupid that is, that's because of how OP the team is. And Thorns is one of the key operators for doing that. So, as I said, I would talk about the other 2 operators. Andriana is a pretty fine sniper, I would say. She's not like the most important, but the 4-star specialist, Jay, I would consider giving him a try first, because from my experience, he is pretty OP, as I would like to say. I think it is a pretty general consensus that if the base stats wasn't so low, he is, well, even with the quote unquote low stats of a 4-star, he's pretty much like a 6-star. And you can tell from that commentary, like that's how people feel in CN, and that's how strong he is. So generally, I would recommend for you to pull this banner, since after this Obsidian Fest rerun, the next event, well, after CC Season 2, the most likely event that will hit us is the new Sovereign event, in which we will get Arknigths, which is a good waifu. But if you ask me, would I really recommend pulling her just because of her OPness? She's strong, but not that important, dare I say. I'm really sorry for those of you who are fans of Arknigths, but because personally I didn't get her and I never really experienced how important, quote unquote, important she is, and I haven't really seen much like key strategies where you have to have Arknigths, I would give her a pass personally myself and probably focus on Thorns right now. For those of you that who spent all your savings on the W banner and couldn't pull on this banner, F for you guys. But for those of you that still has some Orundum saved up, or maybe even doing a yellow certificate plan B, maybe you can give this banner a try. And if you get Thorns, he will be a huge factor in your team in the future. At least up till right now in CN, because he is still really good in CN right now. So you get how long at least this information will stay. And I hope you guys have a good pool. Whilst for me, well, looking at my W banner, I hope Arknigths can give me a bit more, you know, luck, RNG, things like that, because, well, you guys probably have noticed I haven't posted any videos or streamed a lot, right? Because that's because I've been working, and, well, let's say my plan to save up money isn't really going that well, even though I'm really working hard. It's just a lot of stuff, and I hope Arknigths doesn't screw me up this time around. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video or stream, depending on when I will make the next video. I was planning on making Princess Connect Redive, especially on the whole HoloLive thing, EN thing, collab thing. I was really interested in that, but the game just recently launched and they didn't wipe any data. So there are players with a lot of unfair, should I say, progression, head start. And I don't feel like playing the game at all right now. If you guys don't disagree with that, go ahead. But for me, I just don't want to play a game where people get unfair advantage, where PvP actually determines how much things you can get in the game. This is not fair for me, and I just don't want to play the game. So no more content covering that as well. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.